Hello, I'm Swami Vardhanand, and mm, I'm going to go to Hindu literature and show you aspects of Hinduism that you have never seen before. And I'll show to you that Hindu is the original Sanatani Dharma. Other dharmas are actually copies of Hinduism. With this, in the current context, there are some people who are saying, some politicians who are saying that Shiva is a icon of ahimsa, and the Trishul is not a weapon, it is about ahimsa. To illustrate the point, uh, I'm going to go to Mahashiv Puran, which tells in great detail the story of Shiva and his first wife Sati and the father-in-law Yaksh. Now, the relevant passage here is ततो मा पितरन् प्रह दक्षः प्रत्याहि मस्तुतः प्रत्नी प्रत्यत्वा कर्म कार्य विवाहिक विभो वाडमित्य हम प्युक्त्वा प्रहिष्टे नातरात्मना सम्भूत्वा या योकार्ष तत्यकार मिखिल तथा पिता दिस मीन्स दैट इसके बाद मेरे पुत्र दक्ष ने मुझ पिता के प्रणाम कर करके प्रसन्न पूर्वक कहा, विभो आप ही विवाह का कार्य करें। तब मैंने प्रसन्न मेरे बहुत अच्छा ऐसा कह करके उस उठ करके यह समस्त कार्य करना पड़ा। Now Yaksh is the father. Yaksh is the son of Brahma himself, and this passage tells us the marriage of Sati with Shiv was performed by Brahma himself, and this is the way they get married. Now, uh, Daksh, the father of Sati, the father-in-law of Shiva, he is going to attend a big religious ceremony that Shiva himself is performing. Now, here there is a problem that somehow he feels slighted by Shiva, and because he's slighted, he gets very angry, and this is he is now abusing Shiva himself, and this is the line, a relevant line. In fact, this whole chapter is full of these things, but this is the relevant line. एते हि सर्वे च सुरुसुरा निश नमस्ति मा विप्रवप्रास्तर्षय कथा हस्यो दुर्जन्वाम हमना तप तप्यभूतु यः प्रतिपेशाश्च संवृता. This means that अब सब देवता असुर श्रेष्ठ ब्राह्मण तथा ऋषि मुझे विशेष रूप से मस्तक झुकाते हैं. That means Yaksh is saying that everybody bows his head to me. परंतु जो प्रत्नों पिशाचियों से घिरा हुआ महानस्वी है वो दुष्ट मनुष्य मेरे समान कैसे हो गया. This is a reference to Shivji, who actually doesn't bow his head to Yaksh, and this is the seed in which both the father-in-law and son-in-law get into a big fight, and this fight has got a very tragic end to it. Now, as the story progresses, Yaksh is performing a very big religious ceremony in which there is a Havan Kund, and Brahma and Vishnu and Indra, all the big Devis and Devtas are invited. But he specifically not invited Shiv. He is deliberately, because of the problems beforehand, he is not inviting Shiv. However, Sati wants to go out there because Sati thinks that it's my father's, such a big thing my father is doing, I should be attending that. Now, when Sati requests Shiv that she wants to go to the father's place uninvited, this is what Shiv says. अनाहुताश्य ये देवी गच्छन्ति परमिंदरम अवमान्य प्राप्तनुविन्ति मरादनकी तथा. दिस मीन्स दैट हे देवी, जो लोग बिना बुलाए दूसरे घर जाते हैं वहां अनादर ही पाते हैं, जो मित्रों से भी बढ़कर के होता है, चाहे वो इंद्र क्यों न हो. बिना बुलाए दूसरे घर जाना यदुपात की प्राप्त होगी. और फिर दूसरे बात क्या, यदि यात्रा अनर्थ काम बन जाएगी. सो ही इज टेलिंग हिज वाइफ सती दैट if you go uninvited you will be insulted, and all your the effort you put will going to waste. So don't go uninvited. However, on the insistence of his wife Sati, she arranges for Sati to go to her father's place. When she actually goes out there, then people start humiliating her and insulting her and telling her that she is not been invited. What she is doing out here? When this happens, Sati becomes very unhappy. However, she finds that at the Havan Kund, Shiva is being insulted continually and being abused. When this happens, Sati cannot bear it anymore, and this is the incident. That is the what is the accumulation of all these things. जलमनाश्च विधेत संवृता वाससा शुचिः दृढ़ निमील्य पति स्मत्वा योगमार समाविष्ट. इट सेज उसने विधि पूर्वक जल का आचमन करके वस्त्र ओढ़ लिया और पवित्र भाव से आंख मूंद करके पति चिंतन करके वे योग मार्ग में प्रविष्ट हो गई. This is a very sad incident. In this, what happens is that Sati, when she goes out to there and she's abused so much, she cannot take the insult anymore. So she actually goes and she has a bath. She puts on new clothes, and then with Shiv, her husband in her mind, she jumps into the Havan Kund, and she's instantly vaporized. This way, Sati goes back to her own place in heaven. This is the sad part of the story. All those people who are coming with Sati, when they see this whole thing, horror show happening in front of their eyes, they actually lose their minds. And most of them actually die because of this position. A few of them come back home and report to Shiv the occurrence. And then Shiv cannot believe that this actually is occurred. So he calls Naradji over and he asks Naradji. Naradji says, yes, this is exactly what happened. So when he finds out that this story is true, he goes incandescent with rage and was extremely angry at the whole thing. When this happens, this is what he does. तो दंचा धृत्वा भूता सा जटा च मुने प्रभो संभूव महारवो महाप्रलय भीषण. This verse means, हे मुने, भगवान शंकर द्वारा जटा पटके जाने पर फल स्वरूप जटा दो टुकड़े में विमुक्त हो गई और प्रधान प्रलयंकारी भयंकर शब्द उत्पन्न हुआ. Now, when he hears this and he loses his temper, he takes one of his locks. He doesn't have hair; he's got locks. He takes one of his locks and he bangs it on the top of the mountain he's sitting on, and as the lock hits the mountain, it splits into two. One of them forms Kali, and the other one forms a very extreme warrior called Veerbhadra. And now Veerbhadra stands up from there, and now he's going to address Shivji. This is what he tells Shivji. Veerbhadra uvacha महारुद्र महारौद्र सोम सूर्य गिरी लोचन की कर तुम माया कार्य शीघ्रमाज्ञापय प्रभो. This he is saying that हे महारुद्र addressing Shivji, Surya. So these are all तथा अग्नि नूप रेत वाले प्रभु. This is all different names of Shiv. मैं कौन सा कार्य करूं, शीघ्र ही आज्ञा प्रदान करिए. So the moment he comes to life, the first thing he says that please give me what I'm supposed to do, give me my orders. And this is the order that Shivji gives Veerbhadra. And notice it is not metaphysical, it is a real battle that is going to happen. This is a whole actually entire pages that give the full orders, but this is the basic seed of the order, and this is what it says. Tamannakha basma satta kritva sayaga parivarakam pura purna yahi mastha na satvara gana sattama. मीनिंग, हे गणश्रेष्ठ, तुम यज्ञ तथा यज्ञ के सम्मिलित सभी भस्म करके शीघ्र ही मेरे स्थान पर पुनः लौट आओ. The order is Ganshresht means the head of the army. So you go to the Yagna place where Sati has jumped into the Kund, and there everybody you find out there, you just simply destroy them. And then after destroying everybody in that Khet, please come back to me. But that is not all. This is the another part of the orders. The orders is sapatni kansa sansarascha daksha yagasthal sthititana prachvalya bhasma satyakritva पुनर्रायहि सत्यवरम. दक्ष के यज्ञ स्थल में स्थित लोगों, उनकी पत्नियों तथा सामग्री सहित जलाकर भस्म करके शीघ्रता से पुनः चले आओ. This is his ordering not only the destruction of all those people who are in the yagna sthal, and also all the materials that are available for the yagna. He is also telling them to kill all the women present. So this is the level, that this is the actual orders that Veerbhadra gets, and this is what Veerbhadra actually does. The battle described is extremely, people are getting killed all over the place, and their bodies and everything is there. The blood flows like a river. However, the interesting point here is that Veerbhadra actually faces in the battle Vishnu himself, and when he faces Vishnu, he takes out the Trishul and he attacks Vishnu with the Trishul. This is the lines, relevant lines here. Tansa varnapi varo yasso narayana samprabhana भस्मी चकार शूलेन हत्वा स्मृत्वा शिवं प्रभुम ततश्चोरसी विष्णु लीलयेव रणजिरे जधान वीरभद्रो हि त्रिशूलेन महाबली. This means वीरभद्र भगवान शंकर का स्मरण कर करके विष्णु के समान तेजस्वी उसके सभी को अपने त्रिशूल से मार करके भस्म कर दिया. तत्पश्चात वो महावीर भद्र ने युद्ध भूमि में लीला पूर्वक विष्णु को छाती पर त्रिशूल प्रहार किया. The meaning here is in the battle, he takes out the Trishul and he destroys entire armies with the Trishul. And then after that, when he faces Vishnu, he actually takes the Trishul and pushes it into the chest of Vishnu, and the Vishnu falls down unconscious. So this is the point in which clearly the Trishul is described as a weapon. It's not something metaphysical. Now, after he brings down Vishnu, he destroys the entire army. He is now going to come to Daksh himself. Now, during this encounter with Daksh, this is what happens. Polesya girhitva cha khandageno pahrita shira abhedya mama bhavatasya chacha yoga प्रभावत अभेद्य तच्छीरो मत्वा शस्त्राशस्त्रैश्च तु सर्वशः करेण त्रोटयामास पब्धया माक्रमय चोरोसी। उनका गाल पकड़ करके उन्होंने मस्तक पर तलवार आघात किया, परंतु योग के प्रभाव से उनका सिर नहीं कटा, अभेद ही रह गया। तब उसने सिर को अस्त्र शस्त्रों से अभेद समझ करके उन्होंने पैरों से दक्ष की छाती पर दबा करके सिर को तोड़ दिया। So in this, what happens is he tries to attack Yaksh with swords and his various arms, but it doesn't work. So finally, he realizes that he is not going to do anything with his arms. So he puts his feet on the chest of Yaksh and he simply yanks the head off, and then he throws the head into the Agni Kund. This is the way he deals with Yaksh. So these are the scenes. Now after this, after destroying Yaksh and destroying everybody, he goes back to Shiv, and this is what happens. That Shivji, the reaction of Shivji is like this: Krita Karya Veerbhadra दृष्ट्वा संतुष्ट मानस शंभुर्वीरगणय अध्यक्ष चाकर परमेश्वर। कार्य को पूर्ण किए हुए वीरभद्र को देख करके परमेश्वर शिव मन ही मन प्रसन्न हुए और उन्हें वीरभद्र को गणों का अध्यक्ष बना दिया। So when he goes back to Shivji and he tells him the entire details of the battle and whatever it happens, Shivji actually becomes very happy, and he makes Veerbhadra the general of the army, and this is how the story ends. Now, this is the thing that Shivji is not a Hinsa type person. The Trishul is not about Hinsa. Definitely, if the Dharma is in danger, then Shiv will take action, and Trishul is a weapon of war. With this, I conclude this part of my post to you. But however, I'm going to come back to this post with several more interesting facts. So please listen to me in the next installment. Thank you everybody for listening. This is Swami Vardhana signing out.